Okay, there's four things that I want to talk about. Let's do the two really, really awful things first. And the first one is what's going on in the Middle East. There are now very credible reports that Netanyahu is actively using his humanitarian organisation to gas people, which I think a lot of us thought maybe that was something that held such historic significance, that wouldn't happen again. But no, that's exactly what we now understand Netanyahu is doing. And just to be clear, he's also bombing Syria at the moment. So anybody sitting there thinking, well, if I can just, somehow manage to block it out of my head what he's doing to people in Gaza, then somehow it will finish and then that'll be the end of it. It won't. Syria is already on the target list, is already being attacked. This continues until we stop it. Secondly, look at what's happening in the UK. So many people I know in the UK absolutely horrified by ICE and by Trump's actions in the US. Look at this. This is Old Street in central London, and you can see here a couple of immigration officers backed up by dozens of police officers conducting spontaneous spot checks, raids, demanding people show them paperwork. And they're not demanding that of people who look like me, are they? This is really frightening, and we have to keep up every possible way we can to respond to it. Now, the good news is that the response that we are seeing is not being completely ignored. It is having some impact. So first of all, look at this. This is what's happening at the moment in Greece, and a huge crowd in Greece, called to action by the Dock Workers Union, have managed to successfully stop 5 boats loaded with steel from going to Israel to make arms and to be used in the ongoing genocide. This is incredible. It just shows what people can do with direct action. And let's be clear, I support direct action, and I support organisations that take direct action to end genocide, regardless of whether the UK government thinks that there are organisations that they can prescribe and somehow stop us calling this stuff out. This stuff works. That's why it's important. And secondly, look at these numbers. Jeremy Corbyn's new party doesn't even have a name at the moment. Like, nothing has been announced about policies they might have, about the direction they might take. But already it polls better than the Labour Party in Keir Starmer's own constituency. And this is the triumph not just of democracy, but of the importance of talking to people of putting things out on social media, of raising awareness, of continuing to share the really important stuff that the media is not covering. And incidentally, everything I've talked about, the media just is not covering. And that also means that you supporting channels like these and sharing things like this and looking for real, reliable, honest news sources online is super, super important, because that's why there is such a strong sway of opinion towards people who would actually do something better than what Keir Starmer is currently doing. Please continue to be a part of it, and I'll see you next week. Increasingly, the mainstream media is terrible at informing the public of what is really going on. I'm only able to make these videos because people are generous enough to sponsor me making them, and if you're able to be a part of that, I would hugely appreciate it. It can cost as little as $1 a month, and you'll get loads of fun bonus content and lots of extras from me and my undying gratitude. I also massively appreciate it if you're able to like, share these videos and let people out there know what's going on.